Hey, it's Enigma, and welcome to Splitgate 2! Man, this is so hype! I've played the original Splitgate, so as soon as Splitgate 2 was announced, I immediately had to put in a request to access the alpha, and I'm so glad that I ended up getting put in here because this game is awesome. When it comes to the original Splitgate was fun. However, there was a very high skill gap. And with Splitgate 2, they managed to not only balance it out a little bit, but they embraced a lot more the esports side of things. The original one looked very cool. It kind of reminded me of a mix between Halo and Portal. But in this version of Splitgate, they leaned heavily into esports. The entire section feels like it's like a high quality virtual arena. Now, there are a few issues with the game, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But for the most part, I think they are doing an incredible job. Because I am so used to playing on competitive settings, literally all of my stuff is down to the lowest setting. But the sensitivity that I'm using 3.64, which is pretty average for me. It's literally the equivalent of my Apex Legends settings, which is 1.55. The zoom sensitivity multiplier is a little different though. Normally I would keep them default, but I feel like by increasing it by 0.10, I'm hitting a lot more of my shots. As for my keybinds, well, that's a little bit up in the air. Here's a little trick that I ended up learning from my days in Valorant, and that is to not only bind your jump to your space button, but also bind it to your scroll wheel down. That way, all you need to do is just flick on the scroll wheel and you're immediately going to be able to jump pretty quickly. Now, I would showcase my settings for my controller. Unfortunately, I do not play this game with controller, but if I did, literally the only thing that I would probably change is just the sensitivity. I would boost it from 4.4 to 6.6. Okay, I feel like I did not play my best that one, but it is what it is. The fact that you have 3 different not characters, but loadouts, and depending on your playstyle, one of these might end up fitting well. So I've been mostly maining the arrows loadouts just because of the rush ability as well as the taskmaster ability. Although I will admit, Meridian doesn't sound all that bad. Please don't chew me out on this, but Sabrask? I'm sorry if I butchered the name. Here is a bit more of a close-up rush taskmaster for arrows. Meridian has hypersight and wellness. And Sabrask has a smart wall and a stockpile. Pretty cool abilities if you ask me. As for the actual weapons, I've mostly ran this default. The most that I've ever done, especially with the assault rifle for the arrows, is I would just add a fast mag and a grip. Maybe I could probably add a barrel extension, but you only have a max of 2 different slots.
Occupy the zone and defend its score. Your opponent is going for a capture. Take it off.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, this game does have a few issues. The one issue that I would like to be addressed, hopefully by the time the beta releases, is the loading times. When it comes to loading into a game, it takes forever. I'm not kidding. I was probably inside of this lobby for about 2 minutes before I was able to go into one game. And it's not just loading into lobbies as well, it's also coming back into the game after a respawn. I don't know why this is the case, why it's in 20 seconds, but in my opinion, I feel like that's way too long. Given, don't just throw a player back into the game like at the instant, because if you do that, you're not giving them enough time to prepare. At the very least, just give us the option to ready up immediately. That way it'll decrease the count from 20 seconds to just like 5 seconds. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and also subscribe to my channel and turn on those post notifications so you never miss out on a video or a live stream. And if you would like to help support the channel, check out buymeacoffee.com/Enygma. Links for everything will be down in the description box below. And as always, this is Enygma Shooting Star, signing out.